I would sell. So in the early days, I would sell Portainer and figure out, I'll just deal with it post sale. But again, churn is significantly more damaging than not growing revenue, and having to try and report to your shareholders, investors, why the churn number is what it is, or your gross revenue retention number, why it is what it is. That's not good. So now, so it's far easier to simply argue and defend a slower revenue growth, but having an amazing gross revenue retention and even better net revenue retention number as well.
So
that's seen far more positively.
Yeah, that's kind of what you would recommend to founders, to basically first close the leaky bucket in a sense, right? And make sure you have good revenue retention before you start scaling up the growth itself.
100%, but also having, if you have no customers, right? If you're very new, get customers, because sitting here as a product company, I had and have a vision for what I wanted the product to be, right? And so I'm having the team build the product that's in my brain, right? That's cool. And it's like, hey, like, build it and they will come. Once you actually start getting customers, then guess what? You can ask the customers, does this resonate well with your workflow? What works, what doesn't work? What's actually a help, what's a hindrance? And then you can start to refine your product journey in line with the customer needs. So yes, initially, do what you can to get customers, assuming that they're the type of customer you want, because then those customers can help you steer the product to get more of those customers. But for goodness sake, don't win customers that you don't want and then try and get distracted down a pivot of a product direction that you don't want to go down.
Yeah, and of course, what does happen then is, as you say, like, you do have to get customers from just about anywhere in the beginning. And there's this paradox I found, that as the company grows and scales, it's only then that they can actually start defining their ideal customer profile much more narrowly and see what truly fits and always sticks, right? Has that been an experience at Portainer as well?
Like when I look at our product, right? So our product is designed to help organizations of any size, anywhere in the world, in any industry, adopt Docker and Kubernetes, right? That's our job.
Yeah.
So by virtue of that, anybody and everybody can benefit from our software. So my ICP is everybody. Now, I can't service everybody. I can't, right? I can't. So you have no choice but to narrow your focus. Now, that doesn't mean that I'll stop somebody from buying the software if it's a good fit for their use case. It just means when I'm spending time and money doing product development and marketing and advertising and whatever else, that's going to focus on who I think is my actual ideal customer. So there's two dimensions. There's the ICP for who will actually use it, everybody, who will get the most benefit from it, these people in these countries, in these industries or these segments.
Yeah, so you're really making a distinction between more like, to put a simple term on it, very conscious outbound and product development for a limited target group versus open for inbound or opportunities when they arise, as long as you don't have to chase them.
Well, we make things harder for ourselves, because like building a startup is hard enough, but we decided to build a startup off the back of an open source product. And so I've actually got two markets I'm trying to serve. I'm trying to serve the free open source community, who have really, really specific needs because they're free and open source. They're much more technical evangelists, home users, experimenters. Then I've got my enterprises over here. Now, believe you me, in the early days, the needs were quite similar, but very quickly they are diverging. And it's like, well, you can't service both markets. I can't have a product that is loved and respected by home users who want something really simple, and also serve enterprises. And I've had to grow comfortable, I'm going to use the word comfortable, accepting that sometimes people in the open source community call us bloated. No, we're not bloated. We're perfectly fit for purpose for this market over here, which are the people paying the money and helping fund and build the business. Everybody else, you get to use the cool product that we're building for these guys, but we can't limit features for this market, because then there is no viable business. And so this resonates